Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So by watching that video, can you guess what is our subtopic? What is that step we are going to see now?
How they're going
Yes.
to solve the problem? How to solve the problem?
Okay.
January charging ma mukhilu chwagat button.
Yes. Okay, as ma'am told how to define a problem, how to identify the problem, or what are the possible solutions we can generate. What is the next step? We have seen 4 steps, ma'am said, right? Defining a problem, generating solutions,
Brainstorming?
brainstorming that how we can generate solution for a problem. The next one is evaluate and select the best solution. So after finding problem, there would be more than one solution, right? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after finding many solutions to a problem, we cannot, immediately take one solution. We need to evaluate it, right? So that is what we are going to see here. So we are going to see third and fourth step of problem solving. Sir, next slide, sir, please. Okay, so this evaluating and finding a solution in problem solving takes a series of organized steps where it will be assessing the solution, that is both whether the solution we are using is whether active and effective, and not only that, it is efficient, we will be finding out. So there are certain approach we are following to do so. The first one, when we see establish evaluation criteria. So before, evaluating a solution, first we need to set some criteria. Can you say some criteria? What criteria we can set to evaluate a solution? Yes. Yes, participants.
Who did, these we can bring all this who, where, what, why. Under that, can we bring that criteria?
Okay. So to evaluate the solution, how effective it is, how we can, what are the criteria we can set? We found some solution for a problem, and whether it works or not. Initially, before applying that, we need to check whether it is applicable to this problem, whether it is the best one for this problem. Like that, we need to, right? Okay. So let me tell you few common criterias include in this. So the first one, effectiveness. We need to check, does the solution, does the solution address the problems effectively? Second one, feasibility. We need to check the feasibility, like whether practically it is possible for us, whether it is achievable with the resources we have. The next one, time. How long will it take to implement the solution? And cost. What are the financial implications? And risk. What are the potential risk and downsides? And not only that, how likely they are occurring, or how severe they would be in case if they are occurring. These are some of the common criteria included in evaluating a solution. The next one, next slide, sir. Sorry, sir, my laptop got a hang. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Gayatri ma'am, come on.
Sorry, sir. My system got a hang, sir. I couldn't turn on.
That's okay. You can continue without your radio as well.
Okay. Okay. Now next one. The previous slide, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay, so first one, establish evaluation criteria. So we have certain criterias like cost, effectiveness, feasibility, risk factors, all those things. Next one, assess each solution. For a problem, there would be more than one solution for it. So we need to assess each solution. That is, we need to find out the advantages and disadvantages of each solution. And here we can use certain evaluation tools like a cost benefit analysis. Like you need to compare the cost and benefits to see which solution offers the best value. Like that, we can apply our SWOT. This is also one of the analysis. That is, for a solution, there would be some strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So we need to assess all these analysis to find the solution. Then compare the solution. So we are finding many solutions based on some criteria. We are finding some solutions and we are assessing each solution. That is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using such solutions? And now we need to compare the solutions, how well it works, whether it meets the objectives or our criteria. Then select the best solution. We need to select the best solution that meets our criteria and whether it addresses the problems effectively. We need to take solution in such a way that it should offer the most benefits and least drawbacks. For any solution, there should be some plus and minus. So we need to take solution in such a way that it should give more benefits than the drawbacks and validate the decision. We need to choose the solution based on evaluation by balancing the effectiveness, feasibility, and other factors. And finally, we need to document and communicate it. So we need to document, we need to record the lessons or the best practices, and we need to document for future purpose, and it should be communicated to all the stakeholders. Am I clear in evaluation and how we can evaluate a solution and how we can find the best solution? The next goes, what is the next step we saw, final step? Define a problem, generate, and the final step is 4 steps we have seen,
Implement.
right? Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Implementing and following up the solution. So next slide, sir, please. So the final step is implement and follow up the solution. So implementing and following up a solution on a problem solving involves a series of organized steps to ensure that the solution executed is effective and its impact, whatever, is monitored and adjusted as needed. That is, we are evaluating a solution and we are selecting a best solution, and that solution is implemented. Not only we are executing that solution, but also we need to keep track of it. We need to monitor how works very well, how it works very well. When we are, next slide, sir, please. When we are implementing, we have 3 basic steps. Can anyone read it? The basic steps which are highlighted in black color.
Develop an action plan. Communicate a plan. And execute.
Yes, thank you, participants. First one, develop an action plan. Can you guess what it would be? We defined a problem. We find many solutions, alternative solutions to the problem. We evaluated with so many evaluation tools, and we select the best solution. Now we are going to implement it. So what actually takes place in developing an action plan? Yes. So here you see, outline the task. You need to break down the solution to specific tasks and their responsibilities. We need to, when a big problem is there, means we need to break down into smaller tasks and set deadlines. You need to establish a timeline for your each smaller task and for the overall implementation, because immediately we cannot get solution for a problem. Little progress can lead to a big results, right? So we need to keep timeline for each small task and for the overall implementation. And there we have allocate resources. That is, we must ensure that the resources are available and allocated. For example, like tools, budget, team members to carry out the task. So all these things to be come under developing an action plan. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next one, communicate the plan. Yes, as the name implies, communicate the plan. We need to share the plan to all the stakeholders, including the team members as well as the affected parties. So whatever is our action, we have planned, that should be informed to everyone. And provide training. So we need to, if needed, we need to provide training, or we need to give some guidance to make sure that everyone understands what is their role and what is this new process, what is going to happen, and execute the solution. So we need to begin the task carrying out as per the scheduled plan, and we need to keep track of the progress, whether the plan is executed as per the schedule, and if any problem arises, it must be addressed immediately. That is what monitoring the expectation. Am I clear? So
Yes,
in
ma'am.
implementing the solution, 3 steps are there. First, what is the plan? We need to decide. We need to create a plan, what we are going to do and how we are going to do. Second one, we need to inform everyone that this is the plan, this is the thing we are going to do. And finally, we need to execute that solution. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next slide, sir, please. Okay. Next one, follow up the solution. So can you guess what are the pictures that tells you? What is the first one? See, I'll give you a clue. Suppose if you are booking a ticket and if you are going, they will send you immediately one message, no? Or if you ordered something online, when it will come, what we can do? Yes? Am I audible?
Whatever action plan, ma'am,
Yes, your
whatever
voice
action
audible.
plan has been taken, that is being followed or not.
Yes, very good. Exactly. That is track progress. Second picture. Second picture.
Resources, financially, something like that. Unable to.
If we have some queries or apprehension, something we will put it in the box.
Okay, the Dropbox we can have for
What is that?
solutions. Dropbox.
Okay, collect
Dropbox.
feedback. We will collect feedbacks, right?
Okay, feedback. Oh,
It's very good. And the next one?
the best one we can select.
Very good. Exactly, ma'am. Evaluating effectiveness. Sir, kindly click the button, sir. Okay. So the first one is track progress. So as the name implies, now what we did, we found as the best solution to a problem and we implemented the solution by designing an action plan, everything. Now, the follow-up is not only we are executing the problem, we need to monitor frequently, right? Monitor regularly. So as the tracking progress tells you, we need to schedule regular meeting or reviews to assess the status of the implementation. Whatever solution we implemented, we need to have a regular review on it. And using any key performance indicator, we need to evaluate whether we have reached the expected outcomes. Next, when we come for collecting feedback, so for whatever we are doing, some feedback we want, right? That will motivate us or how we can improve. right?
Even I think when the track progress is going on, any obstacle that comes that can be put in the feedback
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that
Exactly,
uh,
exactly. Good. Yes. So
yes,
collecting feedback. So here what happens, we are gathering feedback from the users or stakeholders to understand their experience in the new solution. When we are giving solution to a problem, what is their experience? We can collect the feedback, and you can do the feedback in different ways, like a survey, conducting survey or conducting interview, like that. We can collect the feedback. Then evaluate effectiveness. As ma'am said, we are going to review the performance data and the feedback to determine the effectiveness of the solution, how effective the solution is, whether it suits this problem. And we need to compare the results. That is, you need to compare the actual result with the expected result to identify any discrepancies. That is what ma'am said right now. Very good. Excellent, ma'am. Any discrepancies we have. Sir, next slide, sir, please. Can you identify this one? The first picture?
we're trying to put the things in order now.
No, it's so clumsy.
Yeah, from the clumsiness, we are trying to put it in
So
order,
clumsy represents problem. So we need to address the issues. As
Problems.
ma'am told, that during the progress itself, when we are monitoring, if any discrepancies happen, means we need to tell the feedback, right? So you need to address the issues. If you identify any issues, then we need to determine their cause. As Ashwini ma'am said, what is the main cause? What is the cause? First, we need to determine it and implement the adjustments. So you need to make necessary adjustments to the solution or to the implementation process to resolve the issue. Then what that person is doing, second picture.
Documenting.
Excellent. One, fantastic, ma'am. So documentation and communication, document and communicate. And the next one, from the picture
Action
that we are
plan is
having,
being taken short term, then long term,
exactly.
mid-term, and
And the last one,
finally the best solution, I think. That one.
yes, ma'am. Yes. And we are having mirror also. No. So mirror, what it does?
Okay, it reflects the
Exactly.
reflections.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. Awesome. I'll give you one smiley for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Now
you.
document. Sir, please click the button, sir. Thank you. Okay. So address issue, we need to identify the address. We need to address the problem and we need to make necessary adjustments to resolve the issue. Next one, document and communicate. So as ma'am said, whenever there is some discrepancy, means we are doing some modifications. It should be informed to everyone. Whatever modifications we have done, that should also be recorded and it should be informed to everyone. The next one, review long-term impact. We need to analyze how effective the solution is, whether it it happens for it remains effective over time, and if it continues to meet the objectives, whether it goes for a long term, whatever solution we have taken, whether it remains effective for a long period, we need to see. And finally, we have reflect and improve. So this is, we need to conduct a review to analyze what worked well and what could be improved in implementation process so that we can have a better solution for the future one. So by carefully following these steps, we can ensure that the solution is not only implemented correctly, but also continually refined and improved based on real world performance and feedback. Now, I'll give you one problem. Can you relate with this implement step? Can you relate it to it? Sir, next slide, sir, please. Okay. The problem, can someone read this problem?
The local park is littered with trash. It needs cleaning. The community wants to organize a cleanup event.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Okay, in implementation step, what are the 3 basic steps we saw, major steps?
Addressing the issue.
First, what we need to do before implementing the solution, we need to
Develop an action plan.
exactly develop an action plan. So for this particular problem, what would be the action plan? Yes.
We need to plan now as how to get the trash out, like stop,
Yes, ma'am.
we need to use dustbins and stop littering. Like that, we need to plan.
Awesome, awesome. So first, when you are developing an action plan, so here we need to create the date for the event, right?
Outline
When it is
tasks.
going to
Yes,
happen.
yes.
Then we need to recruit some volunteers to do that activity. As ma'am said, we need to collect the supplies like dustbins, gloves, all those stuffs. And we need to inform them. Second one, communicate the plan. To whom we can communicate and how we can communicate.
Maybe through notices and
Exactly.
informing people around.
Through the posters.
Yes, ma'am, exactly. Good. So we can announce the event through community boards or some social media, or as ma'am said, some flyers, posters like that. We can share the action plan to everyone. And what is the final step we saw in implementation?
We have to execute the solution now. Start
Execute. So on
and
that
monitoring
particular,
also.
yes, exactly. On that particular day when it is going to happen, on that day, we can start doing the implementation. And there we saw monitoring the execution, like we need to supervise whether the cleanup activity is going as per the plan, and whether the volunteers are performing their task well, whether they are following the safety measures. So all those stuffs we can see in the execution part. When you are coming to follow up, how we can follow up this? Now that park is clean to some extent, then how we can follow up?
Whether it is we need to see whether it is being done every day. I mean, the dustbins are used or not, and garbage is not thrown here and there. Means someone has to be monitoring how the things are happening there. Are they following or not?
Superb, ma'am. So first track progress. So we need to evaluate how many volunteers participated, how much trash was collected, as ma'am said. Then we can check whether the park is significantly have some cleaning, and we need to collect the feedback from, as ma'am said in the beginning itself, that from the volunteers also, that if they found any challenges, that we don't find enough volunteers, ma'am, it is very difficult with only few members, we need some more members, like that. So these are the some feedbacks we can collect it, and you need to evaluate it. That is, review the amount of trash collected and the feedback they receive, and we need to document everything, like when we address any problem, we need to document it, so that in future this will not happen, and what are the remedial measures we can take it to avoid this in future. So sir, please click that button. No, so actually what this implementation process involves, it involves organizing and executing the cleanup event. Are you clear? We are developing an
Yes.
action plan and executing it. When you are doing the follow-up, actually what happens? We are evaluating the success. We are tracking the progress, whether it happens well, and we are collecting the feedback so that we come to know how far we have done and is there any improvements needed, and making adjustments for future events. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Next slide, sir, please. Okay, now we are coming to a conclusion part. I hope that something you could have learned from today's session and some takeaway should be there. So when I'm concluding this, that problem solving is not just a skill, it's a vital competency that drives success and personal growth. Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
So in a as a team or in a workplace, how it helps us, it leads to an motivation, it boosts our confidence level, it improves efficiency, all these things. As a personal level, on a personal level, how it works?
How competent you are in solving.
Yes, yes,
To
yes.
understand our
So I
strength and
mean, it will help.
weakness, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
To understand our strength and weakness, and to incline to positive thinking.
Exactly, ma'am. So it help you to, I mean, face any challenges that whatever comes in your way, right? Yes. So embrace problem solving with creativity and perseverance, and I'm sure definitely you will find yourself, well equipped to handle any situations when you come across any problems in your lifetime. Thank you for giving this opportunity and patiently listening to us. Now over to Ravikant sir.
Yes, so that was really an enlightening session, if I'm not wrong. Today I'm unable to speak because I have some problem with my mouth ulcer. That's all for today, participants. Kindly share the names as you want in your group I have written. You'll be receiving your certificates by tomorrow evening. And I appreciate Mrs. Ashwini and Gayatri as well for conducting this session in a wonderful and in an eminent manner. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you once
Thank you,
again
sir.
for
Thank
all
you,
the
ma'am.
participants.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so
Session.
much.
Thank you,
Program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was good, ma, but more activities are needed.
Okay, sir.
More activities. No, less explanation, more activities.
Okay, sir. What happened suddenly, sir?
I'm not well, ma.
Oh, please take care, sir.
BP, mouth
I
ulcer.
think it's because of travel, sir. After
Travel,
long start traveling, no.
Sir, how was the session, sir?
Good, good. But I am expecting more.
Okay, sir.
Going good. Today I'm not in a position to speak.
Okay, sir. You share marks later, sir.
Okay, okay. But you people have done it wonderfully. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay, ma. Take
Ashwin
care.
ma'am, you
Bye-bye.
did well.
Thank you, ma'am. I till 3 o'clock I was